Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the C.Crane CC Radio 3 and a Performant Evening medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, third I'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out, the flagship C.Crane CC Radio 3, their top of the line radio, and it is a beast. It's worth every penny. I do enjoy this radio. It shines during the day. We'll see what it does in the evening. It's been a while since I've had this out. I've owned the radio for about 2 years, and I figured about time to bring it out again to film it. So let's go ahead and show you some features. Left hand side, we got a nice gunmetal gray cabinet with nothing there. On the front, we have C.Crane. We have a little window here. It's an LED. It lights up when you have your weather alert activated. Down here we have a metal placard, CC Radio 3, and behind this large metal speaker grill is a 5-inch speaker. Over here we have a button that says light. We have 3 steps of lighting, which will stay on even with the batteries in the radio, and it'll draw down, so make sure the light is off when you're not using AC power. Here we have our bands, FM, AM, we have a 2-meter ham band, and we have the weather channels. Over with some buttons, clock set, clock frequency button. This is actually very handy. If you want to see what time it is, you tap that when you're on the radio. Some people have it reversed where it always shows the clock, and if they want to see the frequency they're on, they'll hit this button. To change that, you just hold this button down, hold number 1 till it makes a beep confirmation, and then it switches that around. Here we have alarm set, timer set. Now alarm set's pretty simple, wake to alarm, wake to radio. Timer set actually turns the radio on and turns on a switch here to initiate a tape recorder or a digital recorder that supports the timer switch activation. Here we have our tuning down, tuning up keys, browsing up and down, and also quick searching up and down. You actually can press and hold, and it'll quickly go through the bands. Bass treble controls, these are really nice. You can actually use these almost like a bandwidth filter to help you filter out noise. And they have indents where the middles are, positions. So let's go ahead and find the middles. There we go. Down here it says twin coil ferrite. That's the internal medium wave antenna. It's 200 millimeters long. It's 8 inches long. It's a beast. That's what makes this so good on a medium wave. So yeah, you have this large ferrite bar wrapped with coil windings. That's so it can capture the long medium wave wavelengths that we're going to try to receive tonight. You also see me turning the radio towards different areas, and what I'm doing is I'm turning it towards the transmitting station to pick it up better. If you're turned away, it'll actually what they call null it out, so you can pick up other stations or reduce the amount of interference it's bringing to another you're trying to tune in. So it's neat. You'll get to see that in action. For those who don't know about medium wave, I always like to tell people that. Down here it says AM, FM, it says Bluetooth. That's a new addition for CC Radio 3. It's the Bluetooth function. You pay an extra $30 for it. They still offer their CC Radio 2E, which is the same exact radio, $30 less without the Bluetooth. So if you're wanting to save some money, you don't use Bluetooth, you get the CC Radio 2E and be happy as can be. Right hand side of the radio, we have our volume control, nice smooth analog style. We have a lock switch. We have a headphone jack for FM stereo listening. Up here we have our main tuning knob. It is indented, so it's kind of loud when you use it, but you're not using it too often. It's for fine tuning. And if you see there it says 2-meter squelch, you push this in, and you can set the level of squelch for the 2-meter ham band. Top of the radio, we have some more buttons. Starting from the left here, we have the AM, FM auxiliary button. We have Bluetooth, 2-meter band, weather band, and weather alert modes. Here we have our 5 preset buttons. You get 5 presets per band, giving you a total of 20. Of course, the station recall. And then, of course, we have Bluetooth, pairing, pause play, track forward, track back, and of course, fast forward and rewind. Power sleep function button. Our antenna, which is a whopping 22 inches. This pulls up and actually pivots, but if I can get my hands on it, there we go. But I'm not going to show you. It's kind of a pain to put back in. But yeah, it's quite a neat antenna. I like that. Then the back here is actually a little handle, which makes it convenient to move this little guy around. It's a kind of a heavy radio, but not too bad. It's not like a super radio or anything like that. Those things weigh like a tank. As you can see, the built-in handle, the vented case. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see it says auxiliary in, where you hook up your Bluetooth or phone. Here we have that timer switch I was talking about. So when you have timer activated, it'll send a signal, and if the recorder knows how to pick up that signal, it'll turn the recorder on. Down here we have the line out, which we'll be using too to record. That's a line level. We also have hookups for an AM antenna. Looks like we can hook up a long wire, a twin coil directly to this, or a passive loop to it. You probably won't find yourself doing that because this radio is so good. The only time you'd probably use this an external antenna is if you're in a noisy environment and you're trying to get away from the noise. The twin coil allows you to do that using these 2 points. In here we have a battery bay of 4 D cells. And over here we have our AC input. It does come with the AC cord, and you're ready to rock there. And I believe, yeah, I thought that was a little switch there, but I forgot what that is. It's kind of neat. All right, on the bottom, we got UL listed sticker, cautions, and a reset hole to reset the radio in case the computer gets wonky. So we're almost done here. I want to get filming the radio being on, so let's go ahead and do a little quick size comparison, and we'll start cruising the band. Yeah, this thing's a beast. So what do we have first? We have CC Pocket, always joy. We have Skywave. There you are. And of course, current time is 11:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. And last but not least, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves big radios from C.Crane Land. He's Iron Man. Yeah. This radio dwarfs that deck of cards. No kidding, huh? This thing has a good depth to it. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on and start tuning. So we'll turn this on. You'll see this change to different mode here. Let's go ahead and up on top here. So frequency. We have a signal strength indicator that shows 12 bars. And we'll tune by these buttons. Now it has what they call auto tuning. It'll search for a strong station as soon as you land on that frequency. So we're picking up a foreign language speaker here. This is 530 CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles away, 250 watts. Of course, the medium wave does improve over time, so you can wait and listen. But we're going to keep going. So here's an example of tuning the medium wave antenna by moving the radio. This is WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. It's 70 miles away, 400 watts to the north. Now the only way to tune this radio is to turn the radio towards that, to align that horizontal edge of the internal antenna towards the station. There you go, pretty cool. I'm not sure what music they're playing.
Of all of the criticism of all of this for the last 3 years, they keep, go and get it.
Here's 550. I think this is KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
You really got it. But if you have a negative, it's not telling you anything, right?
Here's your fine control.
I haven't heard of many.
So we got 1 kilohertz steps.
Money, and it's really simple to do. Refinancing your mortgage. Do it before rates get any higher. I've been talking about this a lot because
560 WIND, Chicago, local.
Thousands of dollars every month, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of your loan. This is real money. The rates we're seeing can make a significant impact on your budget.
So this radio will soft mute a little bit before that signal is done auto-tuning. I mean, the radio's done auto-tuning on the frequency. Okay, we might be picking up WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota, which is 460 miles, 5,000 watts. I think we're picking up WTCM, Traverse City, Michigan, 215 miles, 1,000 watts.
You look at State Farm, you know, there's guys in that team that defense is, he has been hurt, but I think you could.
Okay, this person talking here is KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. 600, WMT Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Kind of coming in weak. Usually it's pretty strong. Again, you can wait to see.
Starting at 3 o'clock. Thursdays at 4. And Nate has joined the team in the studios.
Okay. Two stations here.
Right now, our country feels divided.
Okay, it's a drive. I think this is KCSP. I'll check. If it isn't, I'll put something here. But KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts. And it's mixing with WTVN, Columbus, Ohio, 330 miles, 5,000 watts.
Conversation, and it feels good.
Of that nature, we're going to go up like they have. We would have pulled the trigger.
Now this is 620. This is WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's 52 miles to my north. So if I turn it, it should get better.
Right now, quotes and things are coming in at around $40,000. And what it is,
What's your household income?
Yeah, it's around $145,000 a year.
Okay, so while you're doing baby steps 4, 5, and 6,
So there you go.
simultaneously. Do you have kids or something?
Pretty neat. Let's go turn the radio this way to get 630.
We got a set of twins.
We got a faint signal of country music, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. Turn the radio this way, and we get KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts in that direction. There's our music station coming in stronger. The Hispanic music is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts. Quite a few stations here, actually. I hear about 3. Here's 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. This is 434 miles. So we're picking up a hint of 660 WFAN, New York, New York. 750 miles, but we have 670 really close. So you can try to tune it down a couple to see if it helps. It's just not coming in strong enough to really make a difference. There you go. Just because I'm going to get it. Nice. Well, at least you could hear it.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas.
So we got 670 the score, WSCR, Chicago local. If you notice it has a little 2 above that, that's a preset 2.
Next fill up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for...
I'm hearing music there. I'm not sure if that's CKGM 690. I don't think it is. Challenging evening here.
The Freightliner SD-114, the 2016 Freightliner Coronado 2011 through 22. We've got Western Star 4900, Western Star 60.
Here's WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Western Star 4700 and the 2022 49X vehicles. The tires and rims are not approved and rated for these vehicles, which could increase risk of crash due to the lack of performance by the tires.
He was born in Carolina, prostate cancer. He had a PSA that was up to 10.3.
So we're picking up WOR, New York, New York.
It's a GUI interface, you know, so it's graphic, and they reversed hold and drop. But I did it this time.
720 WGN, Chicago.
I'd like to talk to Mark, who is in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. Welcome to WGN Radio.
Hot to cover still. Country music here, CKDM, Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. You just make it out. Just. Again, challenging evening, which I'm surprised.
What you going to do? Now you put it in, and I'll take you down. What? M-O-N-E-Y.
Here's CFZM, Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the, this way, northeast.
Right away, mama, why you off my mind? You remember when I had that job in Gary? You
Nice.
All those teachers that I fired for not getting vaccinated, we're going to need them back again. That's what you need. In Chicago, the teachers union gearing up to
Here's
walk out
750.
on Wednesday over
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia. This is 630 miles.
the stage for this walkout. The union scheduled to vote for more than 25,000 members on Tuesday during the day, asking if they would support refusing to and recovered in a relatively smaller proportion.
Waiting for the auto-tune to lock.
So it was likely that to protect
WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
will get into the nasopharynx and infect you. The reason they may have a less severe
allegations that were made by the women. I am going solely based on what was in the AG's report. And what was in the AG's report was not...
Here's 770 WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles.
You can't go forward with a case against a sitting governor based on he said...
Keep him through health, sickness, and prosperity, whatever your future may be.
WBBM, Chicago, old-time radio, weeknights, Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you can tune in WBBM Chicago from your location, give it a go around that time, if you're up.
WBBM. And out 11:28. Time for the latest in traffic and weather. Again, Abby Ryan.
Minor delays.
We'll go a little quicker here. Just picking up CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. Yeah, if we just wait, signals will get better. 810 should be Albany, New York.
You can earn a full-time income working from home as a short-term trader. Call 888-646-8787 or listen to the Trading Group show every Saturday at 6 on the News and Talk of Texas, WBAP. Okay, forest animals, today is a new day.
So there we go. We got call letters, WBAP. This is Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. So yeah, some areas I'm able to receive them, and some areas I'm not. So definitely fluctuating conditions across the country.
How's the temperature? There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, to my west, 310 miles.
Savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
Commercials. 840 is WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. Ground Zero right now, and then after this is Coast to Coast AM, which I listen to every evening. All 4 hours. Yes, I do. I'm a night owl.
In the United States. When you work. The world is grappling with higher prices right now.
When you drive home.
Right.
More than 100,000 Americans are now in the hospital with COVID. Expected to plummet. It's someone reporting their positive.
Just picking up a hint here of KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Of course, that comes in stronger for sure. Music there on 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
So that's all part of the night, right? So, but hats off to Ben. Great quarterback. We'll miss him as a Steeler fan, right?
No doubt about it. There's going to be a lot of people who miss him.
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south. Coming in clear.
Well, what are the odds? And this is where, like, if you're a Packers fan,
ultimately what this means for you and me is that the rollout of 5G, which has already been a little bumpy, is getting a tiny bit bumpier, but in the end, it's going to...
Here's 880 WCBS, New York, New York.
Longtime Illinois Congressman Bobby Rush tells Lynn Sweet of the Chicago Sun-Times he will not...
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago.
First elected in 1992, the 75-year-old Rush plans to focus on his ministry. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
High pitch whine coming from the camera. I was able to detune it a little bit, down a couple kilohertz.
Start thinking about
the graduated income tax measure that Pritzker, in fact, spent $58 million of his own money to support.
Go a little quicker.
Anything to me. I was so surprised. So they've kind of gotten used to it. They've started putting their baptismal anniversaries on their calendars too, which is pretty cool. So these are some of the things that you can calendar time into your year.
Okay, I think this is WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois, 930, 51 miles away, 4,200 watts at night.
A week or every day even. Maybe just trying to go to mass and meet.
The U.S. has been delayed or canceled today. FlightAware says airports on the East Coast are having the most problems.
Local WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
Leading the way in travel miseries is Reagan National.
On Thursday, we kind of found that in between, a place in the middle.
WWJ, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
And go to mass every Thursday. And even now, since we've been married, we choose.
You can tell there's a lot of activity here.
Doing this podcast alone, writing it and doing all of that and getting the guests. It's an incredible amount.
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
Nice, Leah. Thank you. It is. I have a podcast partner. I host a podcast with someone else. And
to set him off, or what led to him reacting as much as he did during the game.
Almost getting her 12 full bars there. Local 1000 WMVP, Chicago.
His ankle was bothering him. He couldn't really help the team, and that's when BA maybe or did not tell him to get out, and he took it literally. What are you hearing as far as Antonio Brown's?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most people who bring the will pay the stars to report on me favorably. Otherwise, I may die. Die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm going to live now.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
And the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for
It's hilarious. That's what we learned when we were kids watching TV.
WBZ AccuWeather forecast. On this Tuesday morning with clearing, blustery cold, the low in the mid-teens, AccuWeather real field temperatures in the single digits. Later today with plenty of sun, not as harsh this afternoon, high near 35. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 28. Becoming milder tomorrow with considerable clouds. Rain is expected mainly in the afternoon, the high 48. Thursday, a bit chillier despite some sun, high near 40. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Kerr Levinsky, WBZ, Boston's News Radio. It was a big day at Boston City Hall.
Coming in clear, yeah, WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. This is 880 miles.
And a loud group of protesters.
Way to the top, right? And so I learned how it felt to be an employee standing on
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
what it was to be a manager accountable for those employees.
Between, if you get through Congress, if you're an act, then the president signs you, then you become a law. All right, Pat in Sedona, Arizona. Hello, Pat.
WTKA, TKA, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 231 miles, 500 watts. KYW.
This thing's incredibly transmissible. Headline 2 is, and I hope God that stays this way, she has no symptoms.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles, with a music station underneath.
You've got a lot of defense.
208.40.
On Sal's brand HVAC products at Sal's Heating and Cooling, Plumbing and Sewer. Sal has his own brand of heating and air conditioning products.
Sounds like a local WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Or go to salsheatandcool.com. Proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
It's the beauty of medium wave in the evening. You can listen to across the country, especially if you live in the Midwest. Hear quite a bit. Yeah, it's fluctuating conditions. It's weird. I can usually get KMOX. Okay, let's keep going.
Throughout the weekend as well. Beyond Belief, that is our television program.
Here's 1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Sounds like they're rebroadcasting yesterday's Coast to Coast.
Up there, by the way, so always check beyondbelief.com. And
Tiger, their representation with Empire, say you'll fight in the conflict last name. It's still
fathomable. Meaning you can never get to the bottom
Local,
of them.
WYLL, Christian Radio. Quicker. Wham, WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. See what else we can pick up.
I'll give it a try.
Well, let's try this again.
Hi, I'm Tom.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Now I'm just going to go really quickly to the top of the band, since we're running out of time. As you can tell, there's quite a bit in here.
Now all the experts are saying the talk is, cross masks aren't going to work. We knew that. They're changing the timeout to 5 days rather than 10 days.
Could be KDTH, Dubuque, Iowa, 115 miles, 5,000 watts to the west.
But they had a pre.
Goal 2022. Three teams a night.
WWJG.
Clear your mind.
This is Fort Wayne, Indiana. 185 miles, 5,000 watts.
Some other majors is really not the Super Bowl right now. You got to go out there all the time. 500.
Or manage 59.
Okay, I'm going to go quicker here.
Speaking of work, AOC. Let's talk a little bit here. AOC went down.
By other teams this year that had made big plays for them. Caught the overtime touchdown to beat the Bills.
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Kind of has to step up and
employed full-time in that field of study after a year from graduation.
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
Financial aid.
Let's go all the way to 1610 here. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
It's been a while since we
talk last, and I'm trying.
KCJJ, the mighty, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts.
Type of girl that'll make you way proud of your son. And I know you.
Quite out of it yet. Unfortunately, they don't really need to win next week.
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts, west.
The Steelers are out of the playoffs, but they did have a good home season. Congratulations.
Couple station mixing. Music is KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles, 1,000 watts in the evening. And then the person talking there, the commercial, is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west. Cool. That's the fun of the medium wave. You get multiple stations on the same band and pick them up in the evening. So let's go ahead and turn this off. So there it is, the C.Crane CC Radio 3 in the evening. Is it the best tuner in the evening? No, I do like using the original C.Crane CC Radio without the numbers. It has no auto tuning. It is beautiful in the evening, though it doesn't do as well during the day. This radio trumps it during the day. This is probably the best daytime medium wave receiver that I own. I will say that because I don't know, I have all kinds of radios, and this one just seems to work the best, even against my RF-2200. Yes, I compared them, and this one did a very good job against it. I mean, they seem like equals. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. 2, if you like C.Crane radios and want to see more, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. And 3, comment below what you think about the CC Radio 3. Do you own it? Do you want it? Do you want the 2E? Do you want the original like I have, the CC Radio? Let me know. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Okay, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.